What up? We're back. We're super behind though, so we're gonna have to catch up. But right now, the commentary came out to basically say, "Hey guys, AJ Styles Day. Remember that we were gonna do that." And then Gunther came out to be like, "Look, AJ Styles Day. We don't give a shit." So he's saying that he's disgraced about what's going to happen here tonight, despite the fact that he retired AJ. Like, what does he care? Like, what does he like? Like, what does he care? Is he going to go to the Hall of Fame and shit on Stephanie's feet while she's at the podium? I don't like, you know what I mean? Like, what you got a problem with AJ Styles, but that all that does is say that you think he was shit and you don't deserve any credit for beating him, right? Like, this is moronic. I think you need to have like a boxing guy or an MMA guy in the WWE creative so that somebody's better tapped into the optics, right? Like, I know that being a tough guy or a Billy Badass, like you're probably gay, but at the end of the day, it's like you're overcompensating for something, right? Um, I would say that this looks like you're overcompensating for something as Gunther. And that's a good story if your story is to make Gunther look like shit, but I don't think that's what's going on. Oh shit, who is that? Yo, y'all are trying so hard to make Dragon Lee work with Gunther, dude. This is like fucking Mean Girls and trying to make fetch happen. Wait, what was the word that they used in Mean Girls? What was the word they tried to get over in Mean Girls? Fetch. My wife is stupid. She doesn't know. I'm just kidding. She's not stupid, but don't worry about it. Oh, I thought you said you couldn't hear me. Oh shit, they're battling to the back. Angie, Dragon Lee and Gunther are having themselves a Backstage barn burner, ladies and gentlemen. Damn, I'm not gonna lie though. Does it look good to have the guy you've been having beaten the dick off of all the legends come out and get fucking have hands put on him? Have hands put on him by Dragon Lee? Cody's here. Oh shit, Cody's here. Yo, Pierce looks like the least effective WWE GM of all time. Please, chat, tell me another fucking person that is as useless or not useless. I actually love Pierce. Is as ineffective as Pierce. Doesn't exist. Doesn't exist. I love Cody, but we're fast forwarding through his thing because we got to catch up. Adrenaline in my fucking soul. Oh my God, it's Cody Rhodes. My wife's telling me to close the door, and she sings like shit. So, where's your daddy, mama? Come on. You want to show everybody how much weight you lost? Come on. Come here. Come here. Show everybody. Look how much weight I lost, everybody. I'm skinny and fit. Look at this 8-pack. And hair just flew everywhere. Hold on, I'm gonna put my camera on something different. I'm gonna push mute real quick so that WWE doesn't sue me because they're trying to take down everybody's right to have watch party. Cody Rhodes. Like, obviously, you got to have Cody Rhodes in the building, right? Obviously. But then it's like you were in Memphis last Monday and you didn't think to have Trick Williams in the building. I know I beat this to a dead horse, but I'm saying if you don't know where Whoop That Trick came from, it came from a little movie called Hustle and Flow, for which, what's his name? I forget his name. Oh, Terrence Howard should have won an Oscar for. The Vision with Cody? What is going on? The Vision has felt so mid-card. It's felt so mid-card lately that this is actually good. This is good for them. Even if they get their ass beat at the end of Raw, this is good for them. They need more time. Fucking Ryan. Ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, let me pause. Mute real quick. She's been getting so mad when I smack her on her butt. She's been growling at me. She fucking walks so slow, dude, and it's like a waddle. And literally every one of my neighbors has asked me if she's pregnant. Day one ish, it's me, Oos. Day one ish, we're bored, Oos. Day one ish, make your character a little more interesting, Oos. You haven't heard the remix? That was the remix. Day one ish, it's me, Oos. Day two ish, it's me, Oos. Day three ish, it's me, Oos. Main event, Jay. Oh, fuck. God damn it. Okay, here we go. There we go. Now we're good. Okay, what's up, guys? Recovering from the show we had just a bit ago, recapping now Monday Night Raw. Remember, I will be covering Monday Night Raw and Elimination Chamber this week for FightsATW.com. I also have an Elimination Chamber piece on the best winners and the wrestlers that have made the most out of their Elimination Chamber performance and or victory. They have Penta in a TurboTax commercial. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about it. Stephanie Vaquer as well, LA Knight. I'm glad they're getting checks, but damn, couldn't have done something else with them. I guess it's better than the Wyatt Six's Arby's commercial. Yo, that was wild. So anyway, we are covering Raw. We'll be doing the recap for the rest of the night. I am going to pledge to be on post show. So if anybody wants to jump on and have their opinions heard live on air, please hit me up. Please jump on the live. You are more than welcome every weekend. I mean, every week, every show, every recap, every watch along to jump on. I provide the link. And I give you a real chance to, give me your side of everything, even if it contradicts my side of things. That said, though, usually like 5 minutes I'll give you before the boot. But if you're doing really well, I'll just keep you on. But anyway, we got a AJ Styles commercial during the AJ Styles farewell show. They said, how do we sell as many tickets at ridiculous prices? And he said, oh, I know. Let's book AJ Styles and Cody Rhodes for this week. Oh, I have an interesting original El Grande Americano. I've been giving WWE the branding. OG Americano. How is that not? How is that not his name yet? OG Grande. No, that's dumb. OG Americano. Oh, by the way, for all the people that don't think it's Chad Gable, I have to tell you something. And look, you might not have, gone to med school or gotten your PhD in, the body and how it works, but men grow facial hair on their face. Believe it or not, I wasn't born with this. This isn't something that I was born with. I didn't come out as a baby looking like fucking Bronson Reed. All right. I came out looking like a baby and then I grew a beard. So it is Chad Gable. He just grew a beard. I'm not going to tell y'all who it was because I don't want to embarrass them. But somebody was like, "That's not Chad Gable." I said, "Why?" "He has a beard." And I was like, "Yikes." You went to public school in Texas. That explains everything. So anyway, public school in Texas is terrible. If you didn't know that, they want our kids to be stupid. Oh, real quick before we get back to the show, I got a couple of things. Okay. So I've been showing y'all what I've been like doing, right? Like with the figs and everything. For those that don't know, I collect wrestling figs that are Bret Hart or Bret Hart adjacent. So for example, I had this Bret Hart, right? This is the Royal Rumble Bret Hart. All right. You see how it's got the specks of white, like paint? That's iconic for that. This isn't the same one. The Diesel that he wrestled at Royal Rumble was had the black, but I want that one. What I do have is the cage match Diesel, if you remember him. So there's a famous cage match that I think happened at In Your House where Diesel was feuding with Undertaker, who he took out. And then Bret Hart ended up winning this match because this version of Undertaker popped out of the ring and then assumingly took him to hell, I guess. Smoke came out. So I'm assuming it's hell. And so, oh shit, Grande nails both Jey Uso and Bronson Reed with a moonsault from the top of the turnbuckle to the outside. So let me tell you, this is the Undertaker, right? I bought him cheap on eBay. Look, you see how he spins like this? See how he just spins around? So what I'm going to be able to do is take the top part of the body off. So all you'll see is this. I have the cage. So all I'm going to have to do is put him in hot water, take off the top body in half, put him on top of the ring, and then have Diesel and Bret positioned for the cage match. So yeah, that's going to be a staging I work on pretty soon. Another one that I have is the wheelchair for Bret. I got it finally so that I could do the Monday Night Wars. I ordered the Bret Hart with the pants that came back in like 2000, whatever it was, 10, 12, whatever, to wrestle Vince. And it's got like blue jean shorts. So it's like perfect, I think. I don't think you're going to be able to see the staging on this one. Can you all see it? Let me see. You see it right there? It's hard to see, but it's Bret Hart and let me try to get it closer. Can you get it closer? Can you see it that way? So this is the Hogan from WrestleMania 9. That's the Bret Hart from WrestleMania 9. And that's the Yokozuna from WrestleMania 9 and 10. So I had ordered those two. They came in. We're rocking along. Somebody asked me on live on TikTok live the other day. Shout out. By the way, go to TikTok and follow me on at InfightingFX, all one word. You got to put the at sign at the beginning, FX at the end. Somebody asked me if I would ever sell my collection. And if I'm being honest, probably. Okay. So actually I would. I would sell them all. Here's the thing, right? I love that I get to continue to dabble and uh, entertain my potentially childlike appreciation for figures and or boxing and MMA memorabilia. Like I have that Ali one that y'all seen before, and then I have both the figs that WWE made. Right? I don't think you can see this one. You know what? I'm just gonna send a link to my phone. All right, we got Jey Uso, Grande Americano. I'll be honest, this match is not what I was hoping for this week. Um, the triple threat aspect of it um, doesn't really make sense when you consider the active participants. Like, wait, what? American Grande Americano just put himself on Reed's back. I don't think that was as cool as they think that was. Like, why he jumped on Jay's back? Like, why on earth would he do that? Supermex said that he thinks the rematch between Pacquiao and Mayweather is going to be better than the first. But I said, I'm assuming that two guys 10 years removed from their active fighting career and from that fight is going to produce a worse fight. Why would I think that Pacquiao, like when he was fighting, and Mayweather when he was fighting, both younger than they are today, would make for a better fight today? Because Floyd would have lesser skill or he's diminished enough, but so is Pacquiao. So it's like, what are we watching? Styles make fights at the end of the day, and Floyd's style is very tough. So yeah, I don't know why he's doing that. What the fuck? Original Americano doing the headbutt without the headbutt. Was that a double team move from Reed? How was it? Dude, I thought that was a 3 count. That was weird. Did anybody? Well, I know I'm way behind. If y'all want to catch up with me, or if you want to keep watching with me, I'm on the triple threat match. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit though. All right. I just sent it to the climax of the show of the finish. That's not a nice rollover. That's the way you break your ankle. He just turned into the move. Jay with the spear on Grande, which means that this is where Reed's going to steal the fight. Jey Uso wins. He's going to the chamber. So congrats to him. All right. Y'all aren't going to be able to hear me great, but I just want to show y'all real quick because I'm kind of proud of it. This was the Hogan and Brett. I mean, yeah, the WrestleMania 9 pose. That one's cool, but this is the Ali one I wanted to show y'all. Yeah, so that's the one where I had Mike Tyson knocking down Brock Lesnar, which, obviously it's like a fantasy type fight, but they don't make any other opponents. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking about getting the Bob Orton one that has the boxing gloves from the whatever event in the 80s they did the boxing match, and then like putting some shorts on him and making him look like, what's the fighter that the white guy that Ali fought in his return fight where he was unable to get sanctioned anywhere but Georgia, and he fought in Atlanta? Who did he fight again? Fuck, I always forget that guy's name. He's a white guy, and Ali beat him. And the movie about Ali with Will Smith, that fight was also featured. He wore green trunks with a white line down the side of the shorts, like a thick white line. What was his name? Fuck. Tyler Reddick is doing donuts in the parking lot. Punk inside the vehicle with Tyler Reddick. All right, they just they announced earlier, but they announced on Raw just now the Sunday, May 31st Clash in Italy. You may remember the Clash in Paris, the Clash in Scotland. I forgot. But yeah, this year it's going to be in Italy as part of the summer kickoff. Thank you, my love. Oh my god, I'm so hungry too. Thank you so much, baby. This is what having a wife gets you. Okay? This is what being kind to your wife gets you. Okay? That when you're nice, when you show your wife love, she does this. She makes you a manwich with a combination of tater tots and fries, a little ramekin with ketchup in it. Yo, this is the wife life, champ. You know what I mean? All right. Mario looks like the type of guy who conditions his beard but doesn't wash its hair. First of all, champ, let me tell you because you don't have long hair anymore. You know what I mean? You're not. Yeah, I mean that's like kind of racist. I mean not racist. What's the word? Prejudice. What you just said. You know, you're being a hairist, and I don't appreciate it in the current climate. No, I'm just kidding. But the truth is, you're right. Yeah, absolutely. I do not wash my hair every day. It is terrible to wash your hair every day. And I've never said this live on air because most times when people say this, it's misunderstood. And then people say, oh, that guy doesn't shower. But truthfully, I don't shower every day either. Well, here's the thing. I clean myself every day, but I don't use soap and I with chemicals every day. Not at all. I don't wash my hair every day. Um, Mostly because I use dandruff shampoo, but I don't wash it every day. No, not at all. And I also make it a point to go at least one day a week, if not 2 days a week, without with skipping my morning shower and then showering at night, or if I showered the night before, skipping my night shower and showering in the morning, and just like doing a whore's bath with like fucking dude wipes or something, you know. But yeah, too much soap is actually bad for your skin, especially the way that soap is made today. Or it's always been made that way, but the chemicals they put in it, you know, it's not good. It can cause, like skin irritations and permanent skin issues as well. That's the other part about it. But I have really sensitive skin. I'm not. This isn't. Again, this is why I don't like talking about this on air because it feels like I'm telling y'all to do the same. I'm not. I have sensitive skin. I used to have rosacea when I was a kid, still have it sometimes when it's like super hot and I'm, playing basketball or softball or something outside or golf. But that was a hilarious joke though. Mex said, I'm working on my jokes, champ. I'm getting them 5 minute on the mic. Listen, that was solid. That was solid, champ. Obviously, you can't use that joke, right? Because I would have to be in the audience, but um that's the line right there. That's what you're always aiming for. Condition daily, and that was luxurious. Champ, you're funny, champ. All right. If y'all wouldn't mind excusing me while I eat. Oh, this was the worst. It was crazy that I'll tell you what, Liv was lucky because all people would have remembered is that she cried. And now the narrative is Stephanie Vicker shit on her country. I'm not saying that's true, not at all. But when she said where I came from, wrestling didn't exist, that pissed a lot of people off, I guess. Again, not me. I don't know the history, and I'm not saying I was offended at all. I'm just saying that the narrative after this promo last week turned to Stephanie shouldn't have said that about her country, and not Liv was fucking crying for a basic ass promo. Like, I don't understand what hurt her feelings. Like, look at Michael Cole. He's like, what the fuck is going on? And now Liv's acting all depressed. Like, Roman Reigns won the Royal Rumble. Do y'all think Roman Reigns would have fucking like cried? No. I want to see Dom go like full cholo one day. I'm talking high socks, some white Cortezes, bandana back again, either around his face or tucked in. I mean, I'm not saying he has to bang a set or nothing. Like, make it be purple. Like at this point, like gangs are like stupid, obviously, but the Crips and the Bloods have basically tried to like corporatize themselves in hip hop. I don't know. I don't know if you could get away with it in wrestling. All I know is if Jacob Fatu came out banging Bloods, no, that wouldn't. No, they'd go crazy. They'd go crazy. They'd go crazy. Damn, that's a fire ass jacket. You see that jacket Liv's got? It says Raw's War. That's a fire ass jacket. Whoa. Do these guys not have fucking the internet? He doubled down. He doubled down on Chile. Wait, is it Chile? Where's she from? Yeah, Chile. Yeah, they just said on commentating that there was no wrestling scene. And again, I'm not saying there was or wasn't. I have no fucking clue. All I know is that people in Chile got fucking pissed about it. Yo, they ruined Jay's run. I'm sorry. She looks so thirsty for a fight. Like, if you're the champion, people should be calling you out. And yet, here she is every week coming out cutting promos like Charlotte Flair is much more important than her. Like Liv Morgan is much more important than her. Coming to Raw as a SmackDown champion to hopefully secure Liv as the challenger, there's only one way to make it work. And that's her trying to cut down Liv. Like, you small little girl, look at me, look at you. You're gonna get your ass beat, and then put Liv in the underdog spot. But that only works if she's turning face. And shout out to, who was it? Low Nose Boxing said that he thought after last week that they're gonna turn Liv face. I doubt it. She's so good as a heel, but it doesn't make sense any other way. Oh my! She's saying she's ready to announce her opponent. What? What? People have said that to you before. I mean, it's clearly a work, right? It's clearly a work. But who believes Liv's turning face except for Low? Low's the only one believing this shit right now. Yo, they're booing. They're booing. They hate it. They hate it. Oh my god, this is so dumb. She's like admitting that she's soft. My bad, I was on mute. Dude, why is Jade out there? Why was Jade out there? Can anybody tell me? Like literally anybody who's a fan of Jade, which I am. Can y'all tell me what she got out of that? Literally, she didn't even say a word, did she? And she's just like slow walking back to the fucking back. Don't take the belt. You already did that shit. This was the dumbest segment. I'm sorry. This whole thing has been so dumb. Liv kind of looks like a badass with the jeans and the white shirt, though. But damn, that was crazy. That was like a stupid fucking way to do this. You made her cry and it was fake? Or was she really crying? Like, they didn't do shit with this narrative, dude. That's what pisses. Oh, shit. She just threw the belt down her stomach. That must have hurt. Listen, this is the thing, right? This is what makes me upset. Yo, she hit her with that mic straight in the head. This is what makes me not mad, but this is what bothers me. It's like, it, it's like, I don't know. It's like you're just going through the motions. And it hurts Jade because you just wasted weeks with Liv Morgan. Weeks you wasted with Liv Morgan. Oh shit. Migos. Oh, it's offset, but you know what I meant. The New Day. Tell them, Woods. Tell them. Damn, he called the New Day suckers. Damn, that's crazy. I would have thought See, Man, this is what I'm saying, bro. This is what I'm saying. WWE is so lost in the sauce right now. I'm a WWE guy, okay? Like, this is no fucking promo war shit. I don't give a fuck right now about how much better or worse AEW is. That's not the point. The point is, you all have an idea in your mind that, not you, the community, I'm saying WWE, has this idea that Julia and Io Sky is a big time match, potentially a Mania match, they're saying. And I don't get it. I don't get it. Why is that match bigger than Kofi Kingston and Javon Evans? We haven't seen them, right? I mean, as far as I remember, we've never seen them in action before, right? Maybe in tag or 6-man tag if I'm mistaken, but I'm positive they've never had a singles match, not on TV. And it's like, that's not bigger than Julia, who you have been force feeding wins and trying to get over on Io Sky. Io Sky is great. Is she the A side to Julia's B side though? I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't think there's that much heat on Julia. I really don't. And this is, oh my god. See, look, this is what I'm gonna say, right? WrestleMania is the Super Bowl. Okay. And what exists in between the road to WrestleMania beginning, right, with the Royal Rumble, and the road to and then actual the WrestleMania is like the playoffs, right? So the regular season is like the rest of the year. And then you get into January and the playoffs start. And the reason that they're the playoffs is because two events back to back PLEs are initiated by the gimmick match for which the event is titled, in this case, Royal Rumble Elimination Chamber, with the narrative that the winner will obtain a WrestleMania match for the championship, right? Whatever champion the Royal Rumble doesn't pick, Elimination Chamber gets. So it's a playoffs. It's a playoff. We're going to see who gets to WrestleMania, the Super Bowl. And right now, this doesn't feel like playoff action at all. Like, you remember during the Super Bowl or during the playoffs, how horny people got for Chicago? People were like horned up that they could win. You know, people were, of course, hoping the Bills, without the Chiefs in there in the playoffs, could possibly finally, you know, win the Super Bowl, win the big one. Those narratives are important. And even though Seattle and the Patriots ended up, you know, being the two teams and there wasn't very good narratives against each other, there were still narratives on both sides that make it interesting for non, you know, Seattle and non-New England residents. There's nothing playoffy about what's going on tonight or the last few weeks. It feels like they had secured the Super Bowl match in Roman and Punk, and now it feels like they're going against it a little bit. Am I tripping? I feel like I'm not tripping. I feel like I am dead on right now, but maybe I'm tripping. Who knows? All right. Mex calling me out. By the way, let me tell you right now. Both Abe and Matt brought up hip hop in the last show. And if you didn't get to see it, it was an all boxing, mostly show with a little bit of wrestling, but mostly boxing. We talked about Ryan Garcia. We talked about everything. But what we talked about as far as hip hop is related was the fact that a lot of people did not like the hip hop boxing infusion that we got from the Clarissa Shields Cruz Dezern match. So hip hop has already been part of the topic. So I'm going to go ahead and just say this. If you have not heard Baby Keem's album yet, you got to go and check it out. If you're a hip hop fan, you got to listen to the Baby Keem album. It's just so good. You know, I wouldn't say there's any like commercial hits, maybe a couple decent ones that'll run, you know, that'll run the gauntlet on the charts. But it's just so good. It's just quality hip hop, quality rap, quality beats, quality metaphors, quality storytelling. Just everything about it is quality. And I know a lot of people were like, "Oh, Baby Keem fell off, blah blah blah. He's only getting attention because of Kendrick and Drake's beef, and he's Kendrick's cousin, blah blah." No, the truth is that Baby Keem is very good, and the album shares a story as to why he hadn't really followed up on his 2018 success. Also, Rayvon. Oh, Matt, you called it, champ. The big brothers. I mean, the brothers are in the building. Oh shit! They're saying what's up to the Tongas. Yo, that's Bullet Club. That's a OG Bullet Club shit right there. Damn, I wish I would have taken a picture of that and put it on the thing. Everybody, 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 everybody. So, non-sports topic of the day. Well, it's still a sports topic, but it's not a wrestling topic. What did y'all think of the backlash that Cash Patel received for his men's hockey celebration? I thought that it was a little silly that it was even a story. Don't get me wrong. I think wasting taxpayer dollars on vacations is a problem, but that's not a problem that is specific to Cash Patel. It's a problem that's, with every single fucking person that gets elected, right? It seems like they all have this sense of entitlement and they abuse their powers, all that. But anyway, the point I'm making is he got in some heat because of his celebration with the men's Olympic team. I don't think that's a story. Not really, right? Did he look goofy? Sure. Did he look like the Make-A-Wish kid that, the hockey team was pretending did, scored the winning goal? Yes, absolutely. This is crazy. They're doing Natty DQ again. This isn't getting Natty over the way they think it is. And also Maxine Dupree looks ridiculous. She's face planted in her pink gear after months, at least weeks, but I think it's months of building this new serious version of her. It's silly. But anyway, shit, I forgot what I was even talking about. Oh, the hockey stuff. Yeah. But I will say the real story that didn't get covered was Donald Trump shitting on the women's hockey team and then praising the men's. That was crazy work. He said he didn't even want them to go to the White House. That's crazy. Like, why? For what? Who cares? Y'all, everybody politicizing everything so much. It's just bullshit. Same thing with Cash Patel. It's bullshit to like talk shit about what happened unless you're making fun of how stupid he looked. Just like it was bullshit to like talk about some halftime show like it was also political. I will connect it though. There are a lot of people that were wondering if the Bad Bunny stuff was WWE's attempt at um moving away from where they've been placed on the political spectrum. But I don't know if that's true. Bad Bunny is a world star. At the end of the day, there's plenty of reasons they'd want him at Mania. In fact, I have heard, shout out to Fightful, that they don't even care if Bad Bunny is in a non-competing performance, or if he goes and doesn't have a match at Mania. They're okay with a simple performance, right? Like maybe he's the manager, comes out and helps somebody, or even if he's just like the host, which I would hate if that were the case, but I would hate very bad if that were the case. Like, y'all remember the era of hosts? They were wild. They were like super, super wild. Dom saying that they're the reason he lost. Is it titular? In the titular match? Oh shit, bro. They just did the Connor Ben signing. That's crazy, bro. Yo, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. Man, fuck IG, dude. I'm done with IG. Nobody was on anymore anyway. This is crazy, dude. They're doing the Connor Ben shit like crazy, dude. That's crazy. Oh fuck! I didn't. Oh, I forgot Brock Lesnar. Yeah, Brock Lesnar's next, bro. Danhausen will make his debut at Elimination Chamber. Why didn't either of them do that the first time? They kept sending it to each other like as if they weren't both going to be opening it at Chamber. The hell? Paul Heyman's with Brock Lesnar? Oh, wait. I guess they were together at Thanksgiving. I mean, Thanksgiving at Survivor Series. Yeah, they were together at Thanksgiving. Y'all didn't hear? Supposedly, Brock Lesnar brought a stuffing with walnuts in it, and everybody was just offended, I guess. I'm a mute. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Yo, he said traditionally Mania has 2 main events. And they're saying that, oh shit, what the fuck? He just mentioned the Taker streak. Yo, what the fuck is gonna happen? He's bringing up the Taker streak. Why? What if Danhausen fucking shows up at Chamber and squashes him, and he's the new Undertaker? Jesus, that would be terrible. Wait, what did he say? Who? So he said traditionally at Mania, there's been 2 main events. There's been the World Championship match that happens based on the Royal Rumble winner, which is not even accurate, but the World Title match is one. And then the other one is the Undertaker streak, traditionally, right? I mean, he says traditionally, but it's been like, what, a decade? This is a good line. Paul said the only dead man walking today in the WWE is the person that comes down the aisle to face Brock Lesnar. That's a fire line. That's a fire line. Paul's so good at what he does. You know, I'll be honest. I think if Paul Heyman was in control of creative right now, things would be better. I can't know that. And I don't even think Triple H has been as bad as other people say. I just think he's been indecisive, and that's led to bad booking. Yo, why does his cauliflower look so weird now? It's like in one place. Did he get his cauliflower fixed? That looks so weird. What's going? And his other ear's like completely normal. God damn, Brock looks fucking jacked. He looks like a monster right now. He could have done more with his triceps though. Tonight, Atlanta, Oh, this is whack. They're putting out Brock's schedule. This is so lame. Oh my god, I hate this. Do you know why I hate this? Let me tell y'all. Do you know why I hate this? Because they're just trying to promote so that you buy tickets, right? But the whole point of bringing someone like Brock Lesnar to Raw is to make it like this big surprise or have him do something crazy or like, this is all we're going to get. You realize that, right? People going to the San Antonio show and all the other shows that were just mentioned, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get Brock Lesnar show up in a cowboy hat with a black vest and Paul Heyman do the promo for him. And that's my worst case scenario. Imagine having no creative to the point that you're just going to do a Brock Lesnar open challenge. Pathetic, dude. Pathetic. I'm sorry. It's pathetic. It is. It's fucking pathetic. A Brock Lesnar open challenge. I'm not pretending. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that that's not a big fight. I am going to sit here and say you could have done about 100 different things that would have made at least more interest. Like an open challenge. He's not a champion. You know, he doesn't own a streak that somebody can take from him. What is the point of Brock Lesnar having an open challenge? All right. All right. By the way, shout out to the men's Olympic gold medalist in hockey. Shout out to them. Shout out to everybody that won gold, by the way, in the US team. But shout out to men's hockey. Shout out to the women's hockey too, by the way. Damn, Becky said you held one butterfly belt to AJ Styles. That's real. Damn, she said you'll still be the worst AJ to retire this year. Oh man, that was a good line. Becky killed this. And that's because vignettes are like so terrible these days, right? They like mean nothing unless it's like a new wrestler who's trying to like reestablish themselves. But like vignettes that are like promos, they're like terrible. They're always so generic. That was really good. Yeah, boy is bouncy. You know what else is gonna be bouncy? Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao's tits when they fight in September. You know what's gonna be bouncy? Mike Tyson's cholesterol the night that he fights Floyd. Yo, Offset walking out with Javon Evans about to set it off. Yeah, I mean, is it just me or does it or do y'all see every time you see Javon Evans just like briefly glancing at him, he looks like he's wearing like Shawn Michaels inspired gear from the right angle, like the red with the moon. I mean, with the cow print, the one he won the second Royal Rumble in, or the first. Offset coming to Javon's aid. Very cool. Him getting involved in the match, and then we're never going to see him again. Yo, that is a crazy backflip. I'm pretty sure Javon Evans could do 2 backflips in a row. What's the one where they do the 450 splash? I think he could do a moonsault 450 splash, which is like nuts to say. God, he's so good. But I liked it better when he was called Kofi Kingston. I'm just kidding. He's not stealing Kofi's completed gimmick. Now, if he starts talking with a Jamaican accent, oh my God, bro. WWE does not realize how big Javon Evans is. You cannot be having Kofi Kingston alone taking that shot. No way. Is Waller a former boxer, right? I think I remember that about him. Is that why he lands the punch like he does? Ooh, nice. Offset just threw Waller over the commentator desk, and now he's pressing Xavier Woods. So this is the problem, though. In wrestling, what you're doing is you're making people believe that this is towards a work. Oh my God! You got to go see Javon Evans overshoot his springboard cutter and still land it. This kid is special. This kid's a different kind of special. I love Kofi Kingston, and I will forever say that Kofi Kingston was underutilized in his career. Kofi Mania could have been bigger, and it could have been recapitalized on in the same way that Hogan recapitalized on Hulkamania, Warrior capitalized on the whatever the fuck he was, cocaine, I don't know. But everybody recapitalized on their stuff. Kofi could have, but he's old now, and they don't give a shit. So they're having him, put over guys like Javon Evans. But God, this cutter is ridiculous. Ridiculous. He switched. Listen to me. He did the springboard cutter. Okay. He overshot it. He readjusted in mid-air. Did you hear what I just said? He readjusted in mother effing air. That's ridiculous. That is something that humans shouldn't be able to do. And the fact that he can do it, oh my God, it's incredible. A tribute to AJ Styles. It's, WWE's got to learn. Oh, now they're doing the trip. Why are they? He's been gone for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Damn, the IWGP belt they showed his TNA stuff. Damn, Abyss. Damn, Frankie. What? Yo, Abyss and Frankie Kazarian in the building. Here's the thing, it's not really a tribute show if you're only dedicating like one specific segment to pop a rating at the top of the hour. Here comes CM Punk. I'm going to fast forward a little through his intro. Oh, thank God, another commercial. I'm going to catch up. Oh, Dwight Howard in the building. The hell is that, Bow Wow? Oh God, no! Don't do it. Michael Cole's about to say something really creepy about Bow Wow, and oh, thank God he didn't say it. I thought he was gonna be like, I remember him when he was a little kid, like Mike, something, super cringe like that. Thank God he didn't. Bow Wow should have always been a wrestler. If you've ever heard him talk tough, dude, he can cut a promo, but he's not tough. Like, this is a kid who has bodyguard rumors. Damn, Punk saying he's here to celebrate AJ. AJ Styles. AJ Styles. Fart. Mech said, oh, Mech, Mario, you've got the best oh my God in the game right now. Champ, thank you very much. I've been practicing since I was 5 years old and shitting my pants. Matt said, did you see the behind the scenes show they posted? He wanted to retire at last year's WrestleMania. I haven't. Oh, man, please send me that. Abyss looked like Leatherface from a shitty Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake. Yo, hilarious. But I love me Abyss so much that I'm going to laugh at that joke, but disagree. I loved him. He looked great, but he also looked like a cheap remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. By the way, if y'all never seen that Texas Chainsaw Massacre that came out on Netflix, it was really good. You get to see a bunch of Gen Z influencers just get slaughtered in a bus. It feels good sometimes. I feel like Punk's promos are so good, but it feels like it's the same premise every week. Uh, what's going on? Punk is saying, what if Roman was here tonight? That's like the number one rule in wrestling you don't do is mention people that aren't there. Unless it's like building towards a match. Like that just made like 40% of the casual audience in that arena horny thinking they were going to get to see Roman. Yeah. And now you got everybody booing. Like, what the fuck you just said? What if he was here? And now you're saying he's not here. See, Punk can't say that anymore. Roman already roasted him for that. He said, yeah, if I sucked as bad as you have since coming back, I'd want to get all the time in I could too, champ. And it's like, yikes, that was a good one. And you boo again because you're saying, oh no, Roman wasn't here. Like I cock teased you. He's coming next week in Indianapolis. It's like, dude, and by the way, is WWE in Indianapolis having an affair? Why does Indianapolis, every show they do in Indy, like have something awesome that, you know, or somebody coming back, or I don't know, fuck it. But I feel like Indy in the 2020s has been the premier WWE stop. Obviously, it hasn't had the biggest pay-per-views or anything. I'm just saying, like, it's consistently a big show. Yeah, you are, but you're not. Like Roman, like if Punk was the heavyweight champion wrestling literally anyone else, he wouldn't be the night 2 champ. I mean, night 2 guy. This is such a crazy match in so many ways. I cannot wait for this match because I feel like even if it's not a good match, which I think it's going to be a good match, but even if it wasn't a good match, the finale, right? The final sequence, the go home angle, that's going to be the most telling aspect of WrestleMania. Where does the immediate future, who does WWE see as their immediate future, right? Because if Punk wins, you have to imagine that it's going to be Punk's summer. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be Omos. Why the fuck is Omos there? Nobody invited him. Oh, he used to work. That's Jeremy Borash. What happened to him? Dude, Mick said it. I thought he was just being a dick. If you think about it, they've had some of the most hated shows in recent memory. Yeah, I guess that's true. But it's always booked as something significant. Like someone always returns at an indie show, or they have a fucking PLE, or they. But you're right, they have been some shitty shows. But it's like, but doesn't that speak to it, Matt? Doesn't it speak more to like why do they keep going back? I think there's some Epstein files. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I shouldn't joke about that because that's actually really serious. And billionaires are being allowed to completely assault young girls and boys and get away with it forever. That wasn't a political take because that's Biden and Trump. So as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't matter who wins our government race. They're going to protect billionaire pedos. All right, Raquel Rodriguez, Io Sky, Kairi Sane, Elimination Chamber. My fear is Raquel Rodriguez is going to be the person that wins. The reason that's my fear is because if that happens, I have a feeling that it's going to be the thing that splits them. And I don't mind a split with Raquel and Liv. I just don't think it's necessary before Mania. Like, why change things so much before Mania, right? Like if that's what you wanted to do, you should have had it done already and then work around it until after Mania. You could even have a situation where Raquel tries to come down and like cost Liv the match and accidentally fuck Stephanie Vaquer over. But if we're going on who deserves to be in it, Io Sky, 1000% Io Sky. That said, I very much will appreciate the. That's hilarious. Shoe phone. I'd be very much interested. Wait, what the fuck? Yo, shout out to everybody on the live. Wow, I didn't even realize it had picked up like this. That's crazy. I appreciate y'all for real, for real. This is what's up, man. I appreciate y'all tapped in with me for Raw. If you could do me a favor and hit the sub or the follow button on X, and for those on Twitch, and for everybody else on YouTube, I appreciate you. Please hit the like, please hit the follow. If you're on any other platform other than YouTube or TikTok, could you do me a favor and go to YouTube and TikTok and hit the follow and the sub? It's at InfightingFX, INFIGHTINGFX. It's at Infighting Exchange, but FX is short for exchange. So it's at InfightingFX. You have to put the at sign. If you just put InfightingFX, it's not going to pop up. I've already checked. So at InfightingFX, specifically on YouTube or Twitch or X, would very much help you out. Also TikTok. I've been posting a lot more on TikTok. Actually, if you go to my TikTok right now, you will see the video, one of my last posts, the video of George suffering the headbutt this weekend, actually yesterday, at the Little Caesars Arena on the undercard of Clarissa Shields and Franchon Dezern Cruz. They fought the main event. The co-main event, Overton won after a headbutt on George caused him to collapse. What happened was the headbutt happened. Nothing went wrong. George was fine. The round ends, the bell sounds. He goes back to the corner. He takes a seat on the stool and within like seconds collapses. I mean, literally like face plants. It's actually really scary when you see it. And supposedly the rumor, or not the rumor, but what everybody's talking about is how the corner didn't react at all. They were just like, what the fuck? Is he trying to take a nap? Like, it was weird, wild. I mean, if my fighter fucking collapsed and he's just on the floor, dude, I know something's wrong with them. The opponent looked way more concerned than the fucking trainers did, dude. It was crazy. But anyway, it's a graphic video. I'll just warn you of that first. But yeah, hopefully they call it a no contest because there was no punch that landed. It was clearly a headbutt that caused whatever neurological damages that he had, assuming there was any. I mean, it could have been a concussion. It could have been a lot of things. We caught up. Hey, Matt, are you still there? Did Brock Lesnar return at SummerSlam? Right? It was SummerSlam. After the John Cena match, right? I think I'm right. Okay, here's the thing, right? And by the way, go to fightsatw.com. Abe has been just killing the game lately. Honestly, he is easily one of the hardest working dudes in all of combat sports, both MMA, wrestling, boxing, sports betting, everything. But that said, go to fightsatw.com and bookmark it. I do the recap every week for Raw and SmackDown, though I won't be doing it this Friday because I will be doing Elimination Chamber instead on Saturday. So, ooh, damn. Kyrie Sane starting to get some momentum there. Wow. Io Sky's so talented, dude. She's just so good. But anyway, so they're doing this like Brock Lesnar open challenge thing, right? And in my recap, I'm going to briefly touch on it because it's a weird concept, you know, the idea that any high value entity in WWE in the locker room can tell that kind of story. It feels insulting a little bit, right? The reason we loved the Taker thing and the reason why it worked was because it was real, right? Brock Lesnar doesn't have a streak. Brock Lesnar doesn't have a title. Brock Lesnar doesn't have anything. Brock Lesnar hasn't even been around lately at all. And so he just comes out and he's like, oh, I got an open challenge. Like, okay, I fucking means nothing. Why the fuck would I want that? It's like, and then you also like diminish Brock Lesnar a bit as a character because one of the faces is going to step up, right? And whoever it is like undermining the idea that Brock Lesnar is this tough guy that you want to avoid. Brock Lesnar is booked as this guy that you fight when you have to for a world title, for whatever, and you're just trying to survive. Maybe win. Yo, Sane just dropped an elbow on a standing Raquel Rodriguez. That was fucking insane. Oh my God. Io Sky just fucking launched Raquel Rodriguez over the timekeeper barrier. You see, guys, you don't got to break the barrier every week to have something cool, right? You can just fucking kick them into oblivion. The only thing about Kairi Sane that I don't like is that she wears a biker glove and just one biker glove. It makes her look nuts. Oh shit! I thought fucking Io wasn't gonna kick out. Io hits the moonsault, slow on the pin though. Oh my God, yo, that pin was this freaking close. Raquel was a little late, but it worked even better because it was so close. Yo, those are crazy lat muscles to be able to pull a woman. Yes, she's small, but you had Kairi Sane on top of her. So at least 200 plus pounds that Raquel Rodriguez just fucking lat pulled like a monster, dude. I know so many guys that could never lat pull 200 pounds. Your boy used to do 240. No big deal. Missile drop kick from Io, and now the knees onto Raquel. Damn, Raquel won. Fuck, man. I knew that was going to happen. Let's see. What would be the benefits or the potential for a Raquel Rodriguez win at Elimination Chamber, right? And then facing Jade the at Mania. So they both have a title match, right? And then you can either have one cost the other the match on accident so that the next night the other one costs the other one's match on purpose and that starts a feud. Or I think what would be probably more interesting is seeing I don't want this to come out wrong, but if you merge the WWE women's titles, I think it helps, right? Like when you have an undisputed belt, when Chris Jericho won that, that meant something. That cemented him as one of the top wrestlers of all time. I'm not saying he wouldn't have gotten that sort of reputation without it. I'm just saying that that is one of the reasons that he holds the strong reputation that he does today. Damn it. Yo, am I tripping? John Cena won the US title last year, didn't he? Right. No, I guess not. Why did Sammy ask him for if he could do the open challenge again? Yo, I can't wait for Scream. It's gonna be good. I don't. Never mind. God damn it, son of a shit. Just a reminder, if you could look at how beautiful this woman. Oh shit! Look at this shit, dude. She is like a fucking like gazelle. Honestly, I'm pretty sure she might be an alien Kyrie Sane and Javon Evans are aliens. I'm pretty sure of it because you can't explain how they fuck with gravity the way they do. Like, everybody knows that UAPs are real, right? Obama already said it. Trump accidentally said it. So we all know that aliens are real. We all know that there are visitors from other realms or places that we don't understand. And a lot of reports suggest that, these advanced beings with advanced technologies are, they live on Earth, underwater, in the Arctic. There's a lot of rumors. I don't know what to believe and what not. All I know is that there have been visitors in the U.S. government and a lot of the governments around the world. Most of the big ones: Russia, China, Japan, Brazil, Spain, Italy. Did I say France? They've all had their own, experiences. But now that we know, and now that we've had it confirmed by by a former president and a sitting president, we know that they're real. So, there's a likelihood that one of us out here is, an alien. And I'm pretty sure that dude, this is making me cry. You take me higher. Yo, this AJ Styles promo, it makes me want to fucking bawl. Man, that was such a good match, dude. Y'all remember that? The IC title. That's what it was. Thank you so much, Matt. You're the best, dude. You are really the best. You're a good friend, and you're an even better. I was gonna say sports commentator. You're a very amazing content creator in the sports realm. Can you take me higher to a place where? Do I sound? Don't I sound exactly like Creed? That sounds exactly like in my ear. I sound exactly like them. Can you take me higher? Does that sound exactly like it, babe? Ash, do I sound like Creed? Like, no, like a little bit, but not fully. Well, who asked for your opinion, bitch? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. She can't hear me. I'm a bitch. I would never say that where she could hear it. Because then you don't get manwages or sloppy joes. Can you take? If WWE was trying to hit us in the feels tonight, oh boy, did they successfully do it. Because right now, yo, that's America's ass. I don't care what anybody says. AJ Styles right there, that final shot. That's America's ass. All right. I don't know who Chris Evans even is. It's America's ass. Ladies and gentlemen, potentially for the last time ever, AJ Styles music hits. That felt like a much longer than normal pause on the intro. I mean, on the entrance music, but whatever. AJ Styles in a vest and a shirt. His new merch looks a little bit like the Undertaker in that, but also with jeans. So highly doubtful we're going to see any physical activity, although, we could definitely get like a punch or something. I just don't think we're not seeing a phenomenal elbow in denim. I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, I don't think you could do a phenomenal. That girl's crying. She was crying right there. Can you take me higher? I don't know what my wife's talking about. I sound literally Damn, AJ got hit on the shoulder by the fucking. Damn, that's fucked up. It's all right, AJ. We love you. I just think if you run it back with Gunther, it's stupid. Is the right word? I think stupid. Like if you're Gunther and you won the very right to retire AJ, what on earth would make you want to wrestle again? I'm gonna give you another chance because I want to retire you twice. Like, what? Doesn't make any sense. I'm not gonna double down on this shit. I just want to see one day the drone get stuck in someone's hair and Nick Khan have to come down to the ringside to apologize like he did when Stone Cold hit that drunk woman. I'm sorry, when Stone Cold got drunk and hit that woman. Dude, did y'all just see Michael Cole? Did they stick him with a pod person? He was like this. He was literally like this in camera. Somebody hit the Michael Cole clap button and he literally went. That's what it looked like to me. Damn, bro. Here's the thing. If I'm AJ and as hard as I work to look that jacked, I am eating whatever I want. And like in the next like 2 to 4 weeks, when I start to look like shit, like the very beginnings, that's when I'm fucking retiring. I'm not going to put in a fucking month's work of probably 2-a-days, at the very least, a separation between cardio and weightlifting. And that might as well be 2-a-days, depending on how hard you go. And then you look jacked as shit. And then you just retire? So what? So you could get like people to stare at you at the beach? I don't know. I'd keep fucking performing until it went away. What if he's like, I'm not sad. I'm just sad tonight. I'll be happy when I'm facing Will Ospreay in London in AEW. That would be fucking nuts. Going to business for yourself. Also, why aren't the Good Brothers there? Did they just bring everybody to have a little vignette in the back? Like if we believe they're going to have like a cake for AJ after the fucking show goes off in catering? Gainesville, Georgia. A celebration like this? Like you mean like 4 weeks after it happened? And then there's no mention of you again, and then all of a sudden they tell you because they want to pop a rating in Atlanta, Georgia and sell out tickets? I think it's happened before. I don't know, but whatever. WrestleMania. Oh shit, he mentioned Brian Daniels. Or Daniel Bryan, maybe he meant. Oh, maybe he meant Chris Daniels. That WWE fired 5 times. You know, the problem is they never let the Good Brothers off their leash. Like they made the Good Brothers they made a version of the Good Brothers that can exist in WWE, and they were just like kind of like a joke. But they're really funny, they're really smart in terms of works, and they are creative. They should have let them run a little bit more, I think. Dude, look at the old guy behind the family with the phone. He's like crying. I'm not saying it's not sad. It's just like those are expensive seats. That's the kind of guy that'd follow the family home, I think. Uh-oh. Don't try to convince us. He said he didn't like the ending either. Damn. He probably had something else booked. He's talking about why he didn't leave his gloves in the ring. I don't get what's going on here. What are we doing, WWE? AJ Styles. Whoop Gunther's ass, that one guy. What? The only thing I could think right now is that AJ was like, I'm retiring. Okay. And then he said, let me see what's out there on free agency. And WWE was never going to let him go. And so they offered him like a legend contract that he just couldn't turn down. Big money for like literally nothing but like 3 appearances a year. God, this felt so unnecessary. This was all about money, dude. At the end, this was all about money. Hey, when would it make most sense? No, there's no way that's the end of Raw. There's no way. There's no way. What? The show's not over yet. Credits are out. And they literally, oh my God, what the fuck was this? Now they're all coming out at the end of the show? Triple H in front, Trick Williams out there, Omos. You made Abyss dust his mask off for this? This is what you made Abyss dust his mask off for? Dust his mask off for? Chad Gable, shout out Chad Gable. I mean, not Chad Gable. Fucking what's his name? Chad Gable's old partner, Kurt Angle's son. I'm just kidding. All these guys were there already. They I don't understand. I don't understand who produced this segment. If you're gonna have all these guys come out, do it at the fucking very beginning. What? It's too much for them to do it. Like stand out there for AJ's 5-minute promo. I I don't know what I'm watching. I really have no idea. They're crying like he's dead. He could wrestle anytime he wants again. He's the most jacked retired wrestler in the world. This is sick. This is sick. This is cool. We got the gong. Okay, they saved it. No, I'm just kidding. This is still terrible. Wait, so the Undertaker still has his spooky powers? So why doesn't he keep wrestling and just turn off the lights and hit somebody in the head with a chair and then win? Okay, he's clearly moving in there. We can see the Undertaker. You can turn the lights on now. God, how long does it take Undertaker to get set now? That's what happens when you fuck up your knees for so long and don't take care of them. Dude, everybody's cheering. So you did the dead man gimmick and then went into the American Badass gimmick and you kept the lights off for what reason? I don't know what I'm watching. I really have no idea what I'm watching, though I love The Undertaker. And is The Undertaker not going to, is he just going to stay on his motorcycle? Oh, thank God. I was about to say, disrespectful, bro. Like, if you're going to come out to my celebration, my retirement celebration, and you're not going to get off your bike, just don't come then. Just don't come. Oh, he's got a mic in his hand. There's no way he's going to. That would be crazy if they challenge. I want to have another boneyard match with you. And this time, you're getting boned. That'd be hilarious. Undertaker said, "You're just going to put your stuff here and leave." That's exactly what he did. That's exactly what he did. Oh, shit. What the fuck is going on? Okay, thanks, Undertaker. You're a wordsmith. I don't know what you want from that. Are we pretending like he didn't know this? Or are we or did he really not know this? It's I don't think he fucking knew. Don't close your mouth, AJ. Stop. That's you're not selling this well. Is this why they haven't been doing Hall of Fame stuff? They were waiting for AJ Styles. I mean, I love this for AJ. I really do. I don't know if I don't know. I wonder what happened. I wonder what happened. I wonder what happened. Man, it's going to be very interesting when AJ writes that book one day. I honestly think that he was that was I think that was shoot. I think I was shoot when he said what he said about that wasn't the way I wanted it to go. I think that was shoot. In memory of Karen Siflies? Who is that? I guess somebody in the back of the truck. His name's not Syphilis. Stop that, dude. That's not right. Tony told AJ about this hot story against Orange Cassidy they had for him, and AJ said, never mind. Yo, you're so fucked up for that. Oh, man. Oh, I don't know what he was saying. That's hilarious. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the only real thing you could even say, right? Like, I mean, he clearly... Here's the thing. Either this was all planned from the very beginning, they were like, hey, we're just going to do whatever the fuck until the Hall of Fame, or AJ said, let me see what's out there, and nothing was going to beat, hey, we're going to pay you a lot of money to literally come to events like this and do nothing. Like, literally nothing. Yeah, I don't know. Wasn't a terrible segment, but it all hinged on the Undertaker telling him that, like, everything else about it was either forgettable or stupid. But anyway, listen, that's going to do it for me tonight, guys. Appreciate everybody watching the Raw. Watch along with me. Jesus Christ. Just a reminder, we will be live tomorrow at about 2 p.m. ish. We'll be talking Elimination Chamber. We'll be talking Raw recap. We'll still be talking about Clarissa Shields and Cruz Dezern, the aftermath, where Clarissa Shields goes from here. We'll be talking about Ryan Garcia and potential fights for him after his dominating win against Mario Barrios this weekend. We didn't get to talk Sean Strickland and his dominating performance. By the way, that might have been one of Sean Strickland's best performances. I'm not going to say, like, obviously Izzy was a bigger commercial win, but at the time they fought and what we saw from Izzy from that moment on, I don't know if he beat the Izzy, right? The premier striker, awkward, long, more compact version of John Jones in a lot of ways from a striking standpoint. That said, though, beating Anthony Hernandez in the fashion that he beat him at that stage, at this point in Strickland's career, I think that's huge, dude. Honestly, it might be one of his biggest wins, if not his biggest win. But anyway, we'll talk about that tomorrow. We'll be talking about Elimination Chamber coming up on Saturday, UFC, all that stuff. Here's what we do have. John Moxley beat you right away in a squash. Hey, here's what we're going to do. We're going to give you the TNT title, and then next week we're going to take it away. And there you go. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for tapping in. Appreciate it. At Infighting FX, at Infighting Exchange, spelled at Infighting FX, INFIGHTINGFX. Hit the sub, hit the follow. Please hit the like if you've already subbed and followed. Sharing it helps. But appreciate everybody that tapped in this weekend. Appreciate everybody that tapped in today. Remember, we'll be live tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, because we are live Monday through Thursday, as well as all big fights, wrestling, PLE/pay-per-views, and UFC numbered events and fight nights. So we're live for everything. We are the one-stop shop for combat sports. And appreciate everybody that tapped in today. Shout out to Machine Gun Matt. That was a great show earlier. If you didn't get to check it out and you're a boxing fan, it was mostly boxing talk. So you can go back, check that out. That's on YouTube and X right now on the replays. I'll post a separate video on it later. But yeah, if you can go to TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, X, IG, all of them are under the profile name at Infighting FX. You got to put the at symbol at the beginning. Infighting, INFIGHTING, and then FX at the end. All one word, all together, at Infighting FX on all platforms. We'll be live tomorrow. And remember, we go live on TikTok like literally every day. I mean, it might only be for like 30 minutes, but we cover at least one thing a day on TikTok. So if you are a TikTok scroller and you want to, catch a boxing, MMA, UFC, or you're just a random fucking thing. Because I've been working out on TikTok. We played golf last week on TikTok. So we've been doing a lot of shit there. But anyway, I appreciate y'all tapped in. Oh, I have something very special for Wednesday. I'm not going to say it yet because I need to make confirmations, but definitely tune in for Wednesday. It's going to be a very, very cool show. We're going IRL with a very cool guest, I hope. But if not, either way, we're still running it. I have a plan. And I'm bringing you along with me. So make sure you're subbed. Make sure you follow at InfightingFX on all platforms. Be back tomorrow. And again, shout out to Machine Gun Matt for earlier. Shout out to Abe Gonzalez. Make sure you go to fightsatw.com where my recap for tonight will be posted, as well as my Elimination Chamber recap and all the big news that you are missing right now in boxing, MMA, everything else, combat sports, happening right now on fightsatw.com. So go to the website, bookmark it, make it your one-stop shop for all things combat sports, as you've made infighting your one-stop shop for all combat sports. So anyway, until tomorrow, I appreciate everybody tapped in. Shout out to Supermix, hilarious input as always. And shout out to 702 Man Cave, by the way. Go to his YouTube and subscribe for boxing talk. Until tomorrow,